Working conditions in China. How would you like it if your job was to work in a hot factory for over 12 hours a day for less than dollars a day? The problems that China seems to have are poverty and greed. Because of this serious problem, factory owners actually turn into slave drivers and put their workers' health and rights on the line for profit. In order to save money, factory owners force tired workers into working over 12-hour shifts, often 7 days a week in chemical-infested environments. Factory owners figure that the more people they can stuff into their factories working for pennies a day for countless hours a day, the more profit they can bring in at the end of the day. Corrupt factory owners get away with this cruelty because the government is also money-driven. Even in rare cases when the government does try to crack down on labor laws, they allow auditors to be bribed, or they simply don't care enough to follow through with punishments. If even the government will allow such cruelty, who's to stop the greedy factory owners? The issue from the people's point of view. The poverty-stricken home lives of the Chinese factory workers is what drives them to work in the factories. Most of them lack even the basic necessities and struggle to live day by day. Workers obtain extreme hearing loss from the noise of the machines, and if that isn't enough, many employees also receive up to second and third degree burns from the hot machinery. It is documented that thousands of fingers are lost each year because of the jagged machinery that workers are forced to use every day. If people in America have received lead poisoning from some of the products exported from Chinese factories, it's no secret that the workers dealing directly with the lead are suffering the most. The breathing environments of the Chinese factories are saturated with awful chemicals like lead, mercury, and cadmium that are detrimental to health. Even the minor details of the factory, like the lack of air conditioning, causes health problems. Adults aren't the only victims of the working conditions in China. Children as young as even age 5 have become victims of this issue. Some children live in homes that can't support them, and they actually run away to go find work. Some of them do it to take the burden off their parents, and some of them do it in an effort to stop themselves from starving to death. And sadly, some children are actually abducted from their small, poor villages. Despite the reason, these children end up working in the poor working conditions of the Chinese factories. The legal working age for Chinese workers is 16, but children forced into factory work at younger ages are at even greater risk than the adults. The conditions are, in fact, worse for children because the harmful substances are harder on them, and the work that they do is most of the time more physically demanding and dangerous. After all the extra risk in work, they are still paid horribly and ignored on factory audits. So all in all, these conditions aren't a secret anymore. Who will stand up for them? Who will bring justice? Only time knows.